G'day folks, welcome to the latest instalment of the Brothers Weekly Wrap. This week we come to you following the culmination of the regular season. The final round of fixtures saw us meet Innisfail Leprechauns down at our home ground there at Stan Williams Park across 3 grades. Unfortunately there was no game for our second division side. Under 18 side, they had a pretty convincing win. The scoreline only read 34-28, but it was 7 tries to 5, so it was a little more comfortable than the scoreline indicated. Innisfail scored one right at the death as well to close the gap, but goal kicking was a bit of an Achilles heel. I'm sure that those guys will love to take that momentum into the finals this week. They're probably without 2 of their stars, for want of a better term, Gabe Bond and Ezra Charlie. They'll both come back into the side this weekend as they prepare for their semi-finals. Reserve grade was an outstanding defensive effort. It was probably the best defensive performance by the side all year, bar none. And they defended for the 70 minutes of the match better than they've defended in any patches through the year. And if they're able to maintain the rage as they had on the weekend and defend that way, then they'll give themselves every chance of lifting the trophy come grand final day. So it was a fantastic effort. As we mentioned last week, they were in a pretty unique situation where, depending on results at the weekend, they could have finished minor premiers or as low as 7th. But fortunately, we did what we needed to do, and the boys ended up finishing in 3rd, equal 2nd, but 3rd and 4 and against at the end of the rounds. A grade. Cracking game, very physical. It was a little bit dour in that there wasn't a great deal of expansive footy being played. A bit of a downpour throughout the day and through the early stage of the match meant that it was a bit sloshy, but both sides really aimed up. Both forward packs really got stuck into each other, and there's a lot of incomplete sets, but the turnovers for the most part were all a result of really heavy collisions. So it was fantastic to watch from the sidelines. The sound of those big bodies coming together warmed an off footballer's heart. It was great to see, but yeah, it was a little bit of a unique situation in that that game will be played again this week as we enter the first round of the semis. The games on the weekend, they contributed to the annual Cairns Hardware Challenge that Innisfail and Cairns Brothers both play for. Last year, Innisfail, they didn't so much win it as they really ripped it out of our hands. They were quite comprehensive in their wins across the home and away games between the 2 clubs. This year we were able to wrestle that back with a 5-3 scoreline. Second division side, they'll get the finals underway on Saturday when they meet Suburbs. As one of the curtain raisers to the Northern Pride game on Saturday over at Barlow Park. So best of luck to Jack Mapper and his Chargers. Under 18s, they'll kickstart the day for our club on Sunday when they kick off at 11:30 against arch rivals Ivanhoes. Our reserve grade side, they will meet Yarrabah, who they finished equal with on the ladder. In the A grade clash, as I mentioned, a replay of last weekend's game. Looking forward to hopefully a bit more of a dry track. Added to that, a little bit more game speed, especially in and around the ruck. Should open the game up a little bit more and won't be so much of a slugfest. Both sides will welcome back a couple of key players. Benny Fitzpatrick comes back in for our side, and obviously Innisfail Leprechauns, they'll welcome back Rod Jensen, and so both of those players make a big difference to their respective sides. And finally, huge congratulations to all the coaches, coaching staff, the committee and volunteers, everyone involved with the club off-field, and most importantly to the players on-field who have put in all of the effort from way back in November, all through the pre-season and the season proper. It's shown with the results on the field, and we've been fortunate enough to secure the club championship. President Paul Fowler and I, when we sat down planning for this season, that was pretty much one of the top things that we wanted to be able to check off come the end of the season, and it panned out that way. So we're certainly very, very happy, and everyone should be quite proud of their efforts across all 4 grades. Fantastic news, so congratulations boys. So if you're free Saturday, pop on down to catch our second division prior to the Northern Pride in their last home game where they play the Central Queensland Capras. Use the opportunity to farewell some stalwarts there with Jason Roos, Brett Anderson, Alex Starmer and Sam Obst all electing to retire at season end. Best of luck to those guys. And then again on Sunday, our under-18s, they'll kick off at 11:30. Our reserve grade 2:30 against Yarrabah, and then in the main major semi-final, Cairns Brothers versus Innisfail Leprechauns, kick off at 5:30. And he's hoping to, this time next week for the next wrap, we come to with big smiles on our faces as we've had 4 promising wins. So until then, go the fish.